There are a total of 100 achievements in Powerwash Simulator, ranging from achievements that you will get just by naturally playing through the game, to ones that are painstakingly difficult to get. And with the new DLC releasing just last week, I wanted to sit down and unlock every single achievement in the game. I will be splitting the video into two parts. The first half of the video will be focused on the achievements that you could get in the base game, and the second half will focus on the DLC exclusive achievements. There will be chapters and timestamps down in the description below if you want to hop to a specific one. Since I wasn't originally going to make this video until after I got all the achievements, I've already unlocked all of them, so you won't be able to see the achievement thing pop up. Thank you Steam for not allowing me to reset my achievements on a particular game. But I will still show you how to get every single achievement in Powerwash Simulator so that you too could have every single achievement unlocked and you could brag to all of your friends. But with all that out of the way, let's get achieving. The first couple of achievements I want to focus on are ones that you'll be getting over time, specifically the ones surrounding buying things in the shop. There are multiple achievements for buying different power washers, outfits, clothing, and more. With Soap Connoisseur for owning all cleaning liquids at the same time, Fully Equipped for owning the Prime Vista 1500 and 3 of its attachments, Urban Expert for owning the Urban XU2 and 4 of its attachments, Heavy Hitter for owning the Prime Vista 3000 and 5 of its attachments, Unlimited Power Wash for owning the Prime Vista Pro and 6 of its attachments, and Fashionista for equipping a new outfit, gloves, and washer modification at the same time. Now, all of those achievements I listed you'll be able to get by earning money, and the way to earn money in the game is by cleaning different things. Simply put, the more that you clean, the more money you get, and the more that you could work on getting those particular achievements. Now, moving on to the achievements that you could actually get by playing through the game. Powerful pressure purist you could get by cleaning the van using only the red nozzle. First Steps is one that you get in the back garden by completing all 12 stepping stones first. Stego Score you get in the playground by rolling a football up the stego slide. This one is a little bit difficult, so what I recommend is using the red nozzle in order to get speed, and then white nozzle or your feet in order to help rotate the ball and position it exactly where you need it to be, before letting it rip with a final red nozzle up the slide. For Gutted, all you have to do is complete the bungalow gutters last. A very easy way to get these type of achievements, whether it's cleaning a certain thing first or cleaning it last, is if you hit escape, you'll see a list of everything that you need to power wash. By scrolling through, you're able to select something to be highlighted. That way you can see either what you need to do first or what you need to save for last. If you need to save it for last, I personally recommend drawing a border around it so that way you don't accidentally clean it. For Pave the Way, you have to complete the pathway, driveway, and driveway edges first in the detached house job. For Soul Task, you have to complete the Soul of the Shoe House last. And for Tall Order, you have to completely clean the fire station job without standing on any of the scaffolding. Now, the scaffolding technically is only the big thing that you have to climb up, but just to be safe, I always like doing it without any of the ladders or stepping stools either. In order to clean the top of the firehouse, you have to do a little bit of parkour around the front in order to get on top of the roof. Whereas for the drill tower, as long as you have the extra long extension that you could buy from the shop, you should be good. For Watermelon Shot, you have to push the ball out of the bowl in the skate park, which is really easy to do. You just do the same thing that you did with the Stegosaurus slide, but without all of the extra hassle of trying to get it up a small platform. I could see clearly now you could get by cleaning the windows, windscreen, and the wing mirrors first in the fire truck job. This one you do have to be a little bit careful with so you don't accidentally clean something else, so I recommend using the red nozzle for this one. Impeccable Balance, you have to stand on the penny farthing for 10 seconds. Very difficult job. For Lantern Hunter, you have to clean all of the lanterns first in the treehouse. There are 12 lanterns in total, with most of them either being around the perimeter or around the main building on the top of the treehouse, with the final one being on a tree off the side. For Live by the Blade, you complete the fire helicopter blades first. And for Merrily Go Round, you have to completely clean the carousel without turning it off. This one is a little bit annoying to do, but it shouldn't be too difficult since you are able to use scaffolding and the step stools. For Gnome Sweet Gnome, you have to make sure that the gnome is on the tower roof once the job is finished. Now, this one is a lot easier than what it may sound like. What a lot of people do, myself included the first time I tried to do this, was to clean the entire temple and then try to balance the gnome on top, which is way too difficult and honestly a lot more finicky than it should be. Instead, if you were to clean where the gnome stands at the beginning of the job, and then leave to go to another level, and then reload back in, the gnome will be back on the tower roof as he originally was, so that way all you have to do is clean around him and you'll get the achievement for free. To get Delaying the Inevitable, you have to complete the toilets, toilet seat, and the lids last in the washroom. And in Shine Bright, you have to clean the objects that have light bulbs on them before you clean anything else in the Helter Skelter. Now, this is easily one of the most difficult and annoying achievements to get in the entire game. The sign at the front and the big platform on the top are pretty easy to get, there's not a lot of risk of messing up. However, the really difficult one are the multiple light strips that go down the skeleton itself. What I personally recommend is to take them slow and to use the red nozzle to draw a border around them. There is a little bit of leeway with them, so as long as you're careful, you should be able to get it first try. For suspicious modifications, you have to complete the private jet laser and anti-gravity parts first. For tiresome, you have to complete the monster truck tires first. And for best buds, you have to ride around the entire Ferris wheel with a gnome in your hand. The gnome doesn't spawn exactly where you are, so you have to go around and go back up to the top of the helter-skelter, where you could find the gnome on top, carry him down, and then ride around the entire Ferris wheel with him. Blast from the past, you have to clean the advertising boards first in the subway platform. And in bucket list, you have to knock over 4 blue buckets in the ancient statue. As soon as you spawn in, if you go past the RV over on your left, you'll see the first blue bucket. Further along down the path on the left, you'll see the next bucket, and then the third and fourth ones are behind the big statue. The third one being underneath one of the tents behind it, and then the fourth one being on top of the wooden platforms. For delicate excavation, you have to completely clean the ancient monument while only using the white nozzle. This one isn't that difficult, it's just very annoying, since the white nozzle is the worst nozzle in the game. But if you have enough patience, it is an easy one to get. All hands on deck, you have to complete the bow, steps, and the main deck first for the fishing boat. And then for coconut dodge, you have to knock over all of the coconuts on the fairground. Now this particular achievement you could actually get in multiple levels. Any of the missions that are on the festival grounds, you are able to get this. So the Ferris wheel, carousel, fortune teller, and the helter-skelter. Right behind the Ferris wheel, there's a white shack with a red and blue top in it. Inside of that shack, there are going to be 5 coconuts lined up, and all you have to do is to switch to your red nozzle and push them all off. By this point, you would have unlocked the As It Was Foretold achievement, which you get by completing the entirety of the career mode. And speaking of career mode, there's a couple of extra achievements that you might have gotten by accident. See, every mission in career mode has a star rating, where you get a number of stars depending on how good of a job you do. And there are achievements for getting a certain number of them. Starting out for earning 5 stars, raking it in for earning 50, big business for earning 100, and superstar for earning 150. For head first, you complete the drill head and the tip first. Going for gold, you get for getting 1 gold medal in challenge mode. Gold standard is for getting 5 gold medals in challenge mode. And then good things to come, which you get by cleaning 95% of any job without completing any of the tasks. This one is arguably the most difficult achievement to get in the entire game, and it took me multiple tries to actually be able to do. What I recommend is to go over to the penny farthing job and using only the red nozzle, since it is a powerful concentrated stream of water that only targets a small area, and the penny farthing only has a couple of things for you to clean. And then lastly, we have side hustle, which is completing a bonus job. Bonus jobs are not a part of any of the actual achievements other than this one, but they are there if you want to do them. And plus, you get this achievement out of it, so it's worth doing. But with that, now we have all of the base game achievements, and it's time to move on to the DLC ones. The DLC achievements are interesting because while there are a total of 60 of them, 30 of them you get just by completing the job normally. And so for this video, I'm not going to tell you how to do those ones because you just need to beat the game normally. Instead, I'm going to tell you how to get the ones that you might miss. Starting off with the classic, it's not a boulder, it's a rock, which you could unlock by completing Patrick's Rock, Rock Hinge, and Rock Underside last in the Conch Street job. For Bucket Sweet Bucket, you have to complete the Chum Bucket first in the Krusty Krab job, which you could find by just turning around when you spawn. I've Come For Your Pickle you could get by completing the pickles first in the Paddy Wagon, and for It's Not My Wallet, you have to find and clean Patrick's identity card first in the Murmur job, which is right over here on the desk. For 88 miles per hour, you have to watch the time machine reappear. After you complete the job, but before you hit escape in order to finish it, you have to wait a couple of minutes for the time machine to leave. After the time machine leaves, a couple of minutes will pass and then it will reappear again, giving you the achievement. For May It Stand For All Time, you have to ring the bell on the top of the clock tower. And then in the Hollow Max Theater job, there are 2 extra achievements you could get. Shark Still Looks Fake for activating the holographic shark, which you could get by standing on this red X by the theater. And then Back to the Theater, which you could get by cleaning the grid wall first. And then for the last achievement in this DLC pack, this is what makes time travel possible. You have to clean the flux capacitor and its particle colliders first in the Doc's Time Train job. Moving on to the next couple of packs, for the Warhammer 40,000 special pack, in order to get We March From a Crag, you have to complete the Ultramarines 2 plaque first in the Land Raider job, which you could find around the front. For Degrees of Redemption, you have to clean the Redemptor Dreadnought using only the yellow nozzle. For Emperor Protects, you have to clean the Tilt Shield and Tilt Shield Purity Seals first in the Imperial Knight Paladin job. For Astra Militarum's secret weapon, you have to clean the Stowed Shovel first in the Rogel Dorn Battle Tank. And for Descend into Shadow, Rise into Light, you have to clean the retro thrusters first in the Thunderhawk job. These are scattered around the underside of the Thunderhawk, so just walk around it and you'll be able to find all of them pretty easily. For the Alice's Adventure Special Pack, in the Wonderland entrance hall, if you try to climb out of the rabbit hole using a ladder, you get to unlock the I Really Must Be Getting Home achievement, which is a pretty funny one in my opinion. Oh My Ears and Whiskers you could get by cleaning all the clocks on the clock wall first in the White Rabbit's house. For Metamorphosis, you have to clean the caterpillar's cocoon last in the caterpillar's mushroom. Like a tea tray in the sky, you could get by balancing on the strawberry on the very top of the cake and the cake stand for 10 seconds. And for Such a Curious Croquette Ground, you have to roll the pink croquette ball into the finish art in the Queen of Hearts court. The Shrek Special Pack has some of the easiest achievements in the entire DLC, with an absolute classic, Somebody Once Told Me, which you could get by cleaning the outhouse door and door handle first. Welcome to Duloc you could get by interacting with the information stand lever, which you could actually get without even moving your character. Are We There Yet you could get by waiting in the onion carriage for 30 seconds. Look at Me Shrek I'm Trotting you have to run on the running wheel for 20 seconds. And then, like that's ever gonna happen, you have to clean the gallery tapestries last in the Dragon's Lair job, which is the longest achievement to get in this DLC pack. And then lastly, for the Wallace and Gromit Special Pack, you could get all aboard by activating the toy train in the dining room and kitchen job. Upon possession, you can get by rolling the football underneath the pond. The best way to get this is by rolling the football over on top of it, and then activating it and pushing it under. Bath time you could get by activating the sheep bath in the Ninomatic job. Squeaky clean strides you could get by cleaning the Techno trousers first in the vehicles job. And then finally the Art of Cleaning, which you get by cleaning all of the paintings inside of the rocket first. And by doing that and finishing up all the levels, you will now have every single achievement in Powerwash Simulator. Now Max, I may hear you say, there's actually 101 achievements in the game, and you're technically correct. You see, the Xbox version of the game actually has a secret 101st achievement. However, that achievement is simply a platinum trophy which you unlock by unlocking every other achievement, so I didn't bother putting this in. But basically, as long as you get every single achievement, you will automatically unlock that one. And there you go. I hope this guide was able to help you get every single achievement in the game. If you enjoy this type of content and it helped you out, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It's free, it helps out the channel a lot, and you could always unsubscribe at any time. I do apologize that this is not a full 100% completion video, but the next one that I'm working on is not quite complete yet, so instead of having a 2-month gap in between uploads, I decided to do this in order to keep uploads going. Plus, it still technically counts as 100%ing since you're getting all the achievements, so yeah. With that said though, I am working on the next 100% completion video, which should hopefully be uploaded sometime soon. If you want updates on that, be sure to follow me on Twitter, which I'll leave in the description below, as well as a link to my Twitch where you could watch all the live streams that I'm doing, where you could watch us complete video games live before anyone else on YouTube sees them. But anyway, that's all out of me for now. I hope this video was able to help, and I hope you all have a blessed day.